Now, you and Steve Harvey go back.
Yeah,
You opened up for Kings of Comedy.
I did. I did a whole lot of dates for the Kings of Comedy. Me and Guy Torrey.
Yep. And you're kind of always consider yourself like the clean comic. Would that be a fair assessment?
I used to be really, really squeaky clean.
Yeah.
But when you get older and you experience people, you start cursing more because people start getting on your nerves when you get older and your patience start getting short. You get closer to God, but you curse more.
Okay. I mean, speaking of God, it's interesting because D.L. Hughley is actually, a repeat guest on Vlad TV. And, you're someone that goes to church quite a bit.
Yeah.
Correct? D.L. Hughley said,
Black church is the gayest place on the face of the earth. It literally is. It is. I don't go, but yeah, I would imagine. You go to black churches, it's women, children, and gay dudes. It's women who are going to pray for a man, children who got to go with their women, and a lot of dudes who are praying the love of dick out of their hearts. I think that it's, I'm serious. It's just like, it is. It's there, you will hear these things, and it just, you can't argue with what you see.
Well, I don't know about that or whatever, but I tell you what, I'm really questioning some of the Bible stories, and I think some of that stuff in the Bible is set up to train black people to be submissive to systematic racism and white supremacy. That I believe. That
Explain that.
Turn the other cheek or whatever. People don't mess with nobody that fight back. People do not mess with nobody that fight back. Black people have been taught to forgive and turn the other cheek for 400 years. And what has changed? Nothing. Nothing.
Well, the Bible and the church were used as a means of control.
I believe that.
Times.
I really believe that.
Well, the first black aristocracy was the preachers, right?
Probably.
Right. The preachers were given more power during slavery times because they kept the blacks in line, and they were given certain, extra.
I totally believe that. Totally.
Yeah,
And you have it to this day because when you see all these black preachers that was sitting around Donald Trump 2 weeks ago, same thing. What's the difference between that? And remember now, George W. Bush, only thing Donald Trump needs is 8%. 8% of the black vote in order to get reelected. George Bush needed 10 and he got it. Because he went around and he got all those black preachers to preach abortion and gay marriage sermons, which got black Christians in an uproar, and 10% of them voted for George W. Bush, that pushed him over the top to become reelected against John Kerry in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and they're being used now. Donald Trump is promoting racism and the white nationalists and all that stuff. And it wouldn't be no reason for me to sit at the table and talk to him about anything. Because once you identify yourself as a racist and a white supremacist, it's nothing to talk about.
Well, me and D.L. Hughley talked about this because he's friends with Steve Harvey, but he didn't agree with Harvey's decision to go meet with Trump. And he felt that
neither
Trump,
did I.
Yeah, he felt that Trump uses black people for optics.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And, I didn't agree with the decision either, which it has nothing to do with the respect that I have for Steve as a mentor and a big brother and a frat brother, and a best friend or whatever, we're just not going to agree on everything. But, I think Steve went with good intentions or whatever, but he probably didn't know at the time what he was dealing with. And I'm sure if he had to do that all over again, he definitely wouldn't.
Did you have a conversation with him afterwards?
Huh?
Did you have a conversation with Steve about the Trump thing afterwards?
Nah, he didn't hit me back. So we just let it pass.
I don't think he was answering his phone that weekend.
Right. I was like, hey man, hit your ball. He hit me back.
Okay.
Because he probably had heard it from everybody, so he don't need to hear it from me.